A good Monday to you. I'm Evan Arani with your CBS 8 Plus extended forecast on what is a pretty standard week in San Diego County. Temperatures are going to be pretty close to average as we start off the week. We'll wake up in the morning to some dense clouds, and then the expectation is that each afternoon those clouds will break apart. There's really no change in that forecast between now and the end of the week. The only thing we'll be watching for is a slow, very minor cool down in temperatures that we'll start to feel, especially as we get toward the end of the week and the weekend. Satellite radar starts off our morning with a mix of sun and clouds. That's going to be the case for mornings to come as well. It seems like, if anything, over the course of Tuesday and Wednesday, we could start to see that marine layer stretch a little bit farther east and be more dense, which could lead to some fog in the morning stretch. But there is still the expectation that each afternoon we'll start to move in the direction of sunshine. That'll give us a little bit more warmth in the forecast. Next 12 hours agrees with that in the forecast here. We see those temperatures climb from the mid-50s each morning to the upper 60s, partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies it looks like we could get to, but there are going to be some days where that coastal fog kind of hangs around a little bit longer than we'd like. If you're itching for sunshine, you just got to go east. That's going to be the best place to start to find those warmer temperatures and clearer skies. I mean, look at the 70s that come about away from the coast. Coastline will stay mainly in the 60s. In Escondido and Poway, a high of 73 degrees. Ramona's going for 77 this afternoon. Julian 71, and Borrego Springs a high of 90. Onshore flow just doesn't affect our mountains and deserts quite as much. Of course, it's pretty far away from the coastline, and that allows for that nice temperature warm up. I mean, that's how we're getting to the 90s this afternoon in Borrego Springs. The changes that we see come about as this trough of low pressure inches in our direction. Now, it's pretty far off between about now and Thursday, but after Thursday really kicks into high gear, it starts to make its way along the coastline in Northern California and into Oregon and Washington. That's going to bring some rain to that part of the country, just up around Western Washington and Oregon. And then as it starts to push farther off to the east, it will bring about a change for us that'll come mainly in the form of those cooler temperatures. But sure, is there a possibility, about 20% out there, of a few scattered showers inland? There is. It's a pretty minimal chance at that, but be aware of the possibility that Saturday and Sunday there's some sprinkles out there. Very quickly behind it, this ridge of high pressure starts to build, and that ridge is going to bring about some warmer temperatures by the beginning of next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That will be the dominant weather feature as opposed to this trough of low pressure. But in the meantime, coastal temperatures will be mainly in the mid-60s for days to come. Today is the warmest day, and then we're in the 60s there. Partly cloudy for virtually every afternoon, and that partly cloudy will be more specific by saying AM clouds and PM sun. So if you're favoring clouds during one portion of the day, it's going to be the morning as opposed to the afternoon. Across our inland valleys, those temperatures slide as well from the low to mid 70s all the way down to the mid 60s. By the time we get to Saturday and Sunday, there's that 20% chance of showers that we're talking about. It's not all that great of a chance. We're going to be able to fine tune that as we get toward the end of the week and see if those will actually come to fruition. But for now, it doesn't seem all that steady of a chance for us to see that rain. Mountains and deserts notice a more dramatic cooling trend. Mountains will drop by about 15 degrees between now and Saturday and Sunday. The deserts will drop from the low 90s today through Wednesday, all the way down to the mid 70s by Saturday and Sunday, so about a 15-degree drop as well. We are expecting that time frame stay dry Saturday and Sunday across the mountains and deserts, but again, that will change too as we get toward the end of the week. And then while it's not shown in the 7-day forecast here, the beginning of next week is really where we start to notice that bigger change in warming temperatures and in clearing of the skies. So you got to kind of hold out hope that that ridge will come about as we get into next week. We hope you all have a fantastic week. In the meantime, thank you for joining us for this CBS 8 Plus extended forecast. I'm Evan Arani. Hope you all have a fantastic Monday.